Hey guys, it's Infinite, and today we're playing some Domination on Village, using the FAD with the silencer. My perks are Sleight of Hand Pro, Assassin Pro, and Stalker Pro. And generally I use Scavenger on all my assault rifles, but this gun has a really slow reload animation, mixed with the fact that it shoots really fast. You gotta reload a lot. So when I use this gun, it's not a lot, but when I do use it, I just pick up guns a lot and try to play aggressive so I could be around guns to pick up. Now, I'm a little frustrated right now. I actually just did this whole commentary, and my mix amp was turned off. Yeah, kind of a fail on my part. But, what I want to talk about today is my partnership. So, I'm sure a few of you guys have noticed that there's ads on my videos. I'm officially now partnered with Machinima. Some of you guys did know this was going to be official coming up because I got recruited. And once you're recruited, there's just a long process that you have to go through to get everything finalized. But some of you guys knew a few weeks ago that this was going to be going on, but the vast majority of you didn't, so I am officially partnered. And in celebration of this day, I figured I would make a video explaining to all of you guys how I went from getting a PVR day one to getting the partnership. And along the way, maybe I could throw you guys some tips. I'm already assuming right now that I might go over the time on this video, so if I do, I'll probably just toss something to fill it up. I try to keep my videos short, but this is kind of a more in-depth topic. So starting off day one, get my PVR in August. I think it was early August of 2010. And I just missed it. I just missed the time where Woody, Wings, and all these guys were blowing up. And for that time, blowing up was like 50k subs, right? Like, that's when the people outside of Blame Truth, Hutch, and XCal were starting to come along. I just missed it. They did that. Those guys came along a few months before me. I just missed the ball. And the reason I missed it is because I had no money at the time. I had to scrap together 200, and right when I got 200, I bought the PVR. But I always think, and I try not to because it's not good to think like this, but I always think what could have been if I got my PVR when I actually wanted to. Because I saw Hutch like right when Hutch started out. I was involved with the community very early on, but you can't think like that. So I got my PVR, and you know, when I got it, it was when a lot of people were getting it. The market was already becoming saturated at that point. And I posted my first, I don't know, 10 or 15 videos and got very little views, but just the fact that I was getting like any comments was a good feeling at the time. And you guys know this feeling because a lot of you guys have made channels or might even be at the stage where I was right now. And it felt good. So about, I don't know, maybe after I made, like I said, anywhere from 10 to 20 videos. I don't know exactly because it's a while ago. Hold on a second. Sorry, I had to swallow. But my buddy, well, my now buddy, at the time I didn't know who he was, sneaky as shit, he sent me a message. At the time, he had 1,000 subs, and he had a community channel with around like 600 or 700 subs. And he was like, I really like your content. At the time, I was posting not a lot of gameplay over music, but at least half of my stuff was. And he's like, you gotta start commentating more. I'd love to put you on my community channel. You got some good stuff, blah, 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 blah. And he had me in his sub box for quite some time. He gave me multiple shout-outs. And he got me to around 300 subs. And right now, it's like, oh, 300 subs. Everyone has 300 subs. Well, at the time, it was kind of a big deal. And that happened really quickly. But then, so this happened probably maybe a month or two into Black Ops' release. I had 300 subs, and I felt pretty good about it. I kid you not, guys, my channel went probably 3 or 4 months, maybe longer. I mean, again, it's kind of foggy in my brain, but my channel went quite some time getting 50 views per video and getting no growth. And I made some great videos back then, and I'm sad about the fact that no one really saw them. And that was the time where I had very little, not very little, but compared to the amount of videos I have now, it was a very small amount. And a lot of really good topics were in my mind back then because I hadn't made that many videos. I did a lot of more personal videos where I actually talk about myself and not casual personal videos. You know, like I had the series where I talked about my favorite games growing up and stuff like that. And yeah, I made some good videos back then. And it was a shame that no one really watched them. But I kept on trucking, and then Thunder he made a video where he was something along the lines of like he briefly spoke about the fact that if you have a channel and you feel like you're not getting the exposure you should, blah blah blah, send me a message. And I sent him a pretty long-winded message explaining a lot of stuff. I post a lot. I think I do a pretty good job of my videos, and I don't really get much exposure. And he shouted me out on Twitter. And he got my 100th video, which is the 104-3 game on Nuketown, 6v6, obviously. And it got a ton of views. It was into the thousands. I don't know exactly what it has now, but it had thousands of views. And the people that he sent over generally liked my videos. But at the time, Thunder wasn't nearly as big as he is now. And it only got me like 50 to 70 subscribers, somewhere in that gap. But this is how great things worked out. Maybe it wasn't even a few weeks, maybe it was only like a week after that, XJaws, and this was when XJaws was really in full-fledged like posting mode. He was posting a lot back then. And he's like, I need some gameplay. I don't know why he was asking for some gameplay, but he wanted gameplay. And I sent him my video. I said, I don't have this on my computer as a raw file anymore, but you could rip this and use it as a gameplay. And that same gameplay was the gameplay that I used to welcome Thunder's subscribers. It was like, welcome new subscribers. I went 91-7. It was a pretty beast gameplay. And Extra's never used that gameplay, but he really enjoyed it, and he liked it. And because I think at the time it's like 600,000 or 700,000 subscribers he had, when someone with a channel that size likes your video, people are gonna see it. I got like 600 to 700 subscribers overnight, or maybe it was like 500 overnight, and then a few the next 100 to 200 just trickled on as the days went on. But because he doesn't like videos that much, so that was like his only liked video. He only likes videos like every few weeks or so. So I was on his page for a while, and so that led to me I had around 1,000 subs at the time, and I was so thankful, I was so happy. My videos were getting the most views ever back then. And so I'm trying to think. I'm sorry for stalling here, because I'm trying to think. It's a little cloudy, all this stuff. It's a while ago. But I want to say maybe a month or two later, I found out about Sammy Joe because Thunder shouted her out, and I really enjoyed her channel, and I subbed to her. And she started doing this thing called Sammy Shout Out Saturdays or something like that. I'm not sure exactly what it was called, but she'd shout out someone every Saturday. And she only had like 2,000 or 3,000 subs at the time, but she'd get like 2,000 or 3,000 views. All her subs would watch her stuff. And I made a video for her channel. I got really good feedback. I picked up about 100 or 200 subscribers from that. And at that point, I was sitting around like 1,200 subs. Then, this stuff had happened so fast. Then about, I don't know, maybe another month or two later, COD Ops started recruiting. And I sent it in an application. They accepted me. I posted a video on there. I actually posted two, but the first one was like an introductory type of video, and that's the one that got a ton of views. Probably maybe 4,000 or 5,000. And I got a few hundred subs off of that, too. Again, I don't remember exact numbers. But I was floating around 1,300, 1,400 subs at that time. And then I started losing a lot of subs because a lot of people from these channels ended up realizing that they subbed to me just because they were told to. And they didn't necessarily enjoy my stuff or enjoy COD. And that was where they were at. So I lost a lot of subs because of that. And then I lost even more subs because they removed dead subs. I think I lost like 70 subs there. So I'm back down around 1,200 now. And I've pretty much evened out at this point. So now the last stage of this story, how I got partnered. So I took a pretty big hiatus, and it was for multiple things. My motivation wasn't here and all that stuff. And then I made a really long-winded video. That was like a 20-minute video just explaining how I was feeling over these past few months and all that stuff. And my buddy Sam, he's a guy out in the UK, he said, "Did you ever think about applying for a Machinima partnership?" And I was always under the assumption that they just recruit you. You can't apply for it. but I was wrong. And Sam sent me the recruiter, the Machinima recruiter for the US. He said, email this guy. And he sent me another video that said, follow this presentation of an email. Like that video that you had me watch told me how to present the email in terms of what information I want to know, blah, 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 blah. And the day later, I got an acceptance to be a Machinima director, which is crazy because I got the acceptance within 24 hours, which is crazy. So that's the story, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will talk to you guys next time. All right, see you later.